The wartime era. Okay, there was this movie called So Dear to My Heart that I just couldn't find anywhere because it's not on Disney Plus, and the only other option is to buy it, and I'm not buying a movie. Come on. So, but it looks bad. It's about like kids that own like a lamb or something. I don't know.
I thought that I would just move on, but wherever I went, I couldn't escape the thought of it. Here I was doing a Disney retrospective of every animated feature length film theatrically released, and I just skipped one? I can't do this. Oh, I tried to ignore it, to just move on. It's not like anyone cares or has even seen about this movie, but everywhere I went, couldn't stop thinking about it. There it is, So Dear to My Heart. You better watch So Dear to My Heart, because if you don't, then you're kind of lying about doing a whole Disney retrospective, weren't you? So, I watched a movie. I paid like $3 and I watched a movie. And here it is. Here's your review of a movie you never asked for or care about, but I'm making it anyway. Let's go! Finally caved. I rented the movie from YouTube and I watched it. And now we're gonna review it so we can just move on with our lives and I can do the Disney Silver Age video already. This is another live action animation remix similar to Song of the South. This is a movie about a boy who has a black lamb and he's taking care of it and it's very sappy and it's like, yeah, we love this little lamb so much. It's very smalchy, basically what you're expecting it to be. But I was kind of surprised because I was honestly expecting to hate this film. Even in the old video, I said it looks bad, but it was actually kind of good in a way. It wasn't great, and I don't plan on rewatching it ever again. But like I've seen a lot worse movies during this Disney rewatch. This was one of the better ones of the wartime pesto. That's still the Free Calabreros. You have this boy who lives on the farm with his stern grandmother, and he has like an annoying uncle who always sings random songs about whatever's happening, like literally any random thing you can think of. And there's a girl who's not relevant to the story at all, but for some reason she is used in all the marketing for this film. She is the main character in the poster. I thought this was going to be about her. I don't know why. And basically, this boy starts off, he wants to have a stallion to race a horse, but then this little lamb is born, this little black lamb, and then he wants to raise the lamb. So then he does that. One thing that I'm just wondering about is how is the sheep black? Like, can white sheep give birth to a black sheep? Because the mom just decided to disown him the second he saw he was black. We got some racist sheep in this. In fact, there are a lot of like weird sentences that out of context sound really racist. I'm not gonna say any of them because then I'd sound out of context really racist. But there are some weird sentences that wouldn't sound good if you heard them alone. But yeah, he raises the sheep, but the sheep is causing problems because keeps running around the house, and the sheep keeps causing problems because raising a sheep inside of a house is a bad idea. So he decides that he needs to prove that the sheep is like a champion, whatever that means. So he tries to get him to the country fair to the sheep championship. I don't know. Like they have like a judge that just looks at the sheep and decides which one is from I don't know how. It's weird. I know it's a real thing, but it's still weird. And so that's basically the plot of the movie is. It's them trying to get to the country fair with their strict grandmother who doesn't want him to do anything except work the fields and the crops and stuff. The movie is pretty slow pacing wise, but somehow I wasn't that bored of it. It was just kind of like whatever, you know what I'm saying? So they get the money. Oh, right. So they have to convince her to take them to the fair. That's the whole thing. And then she's like, okay, I'll take you to the fair, but we don't have enough money. And then that's a whole other thing that they gotta do. And it just feels like every time they can finally go to the fair, there's like another roadblock. There's like a 10-minute section where they're looking for bees in a swamp that has no relevance to the plot at all. I have no idea why that was in the movie, but it was. I guess they needed to pad out that runtime. Most of it is live action, but as you can see, there are animated sections where they show a version of the sheep in the scrapbook and this owl that's like an inspirational quotes book he has with this little owl guy. I think there's only like 2 songs in this from what I can recall. There's this one that's just like the grandmother and the family singing, and that's how they convince her that they can go to the fair. And there's this one which is animated. It's what you do with what you got. And that's the message of the movie. It's like you gotta do with what you got. It's what you do with what you got, and it's about how like it doesn't matter what you have as long as you do your best with what you got. That's good enough, and yeah, that's a good message. Uh, yeah. See, there's a sheep breaking the door. Don't let a sheep into the house. They sing about like Christopher Columbus and Braveheart or something. It's kind of unfocused, but it wasn't bad. Like I know we're still in the early stages of this Disney list, and I'm sure that, but I still liked it more than a lot of the stuff. I mean, this is better than a lot of the Golden Age projects, to be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna give So Dear to My Heart. So yeah, I'm gonna give So Dear to My Heart a 7 out of 10 because I liked it. It was fun, and I did like it more than a lot of this other Disney films so far because we're going in release order. And sorry that this review has just been kind of reluctant sounding because it was. I just wanted to get this over with so I could move on, and because I feel like I was ignoring this and I couldn't forget about it, and I just needed to move on and get done with it. But yeah, next time for this series, we'll be doing the Silver Age. That should be lots of fun. I get to talk about movies that are actually interested to talk about. Look forward to that. Um, yeah, like and subscribe, please. Bye.